In 2015, a team of 48 Hours producers were filming in Charleston, South Carolina, when they met a mother who told them a story they couldn't stop thinking about. It was about the mysterious deaths of a young mother and her infant daughter. Their work ultimately led police to reopen the case. Correspondent Peter Van Sant now on a mystery that stretches back over a decade.
26-year-old Katie Major was living the dream, says her mom, Vicki Hall.
That's what Katie wanted to be, was a mother, be a wife, take care of her house.
But that dream took a sudden and tragic turn on a cold, wet January morning when Katie was found dead down by the railroad tracks. Her body was right here,
beside the track.
Her 10-month-old daughter, River Lynn, was floating face down in a nearby pond. Is your opinion of what happened out here that this essentially was a murder-suicide?
That's my theory.
The original investigator, Rick Aulick, believes Katie suffered a psychotic break.
She got more and more paranoid about me and started.
Katie's husband, Aaron Major, told detectives that Katie, terrified and paranoid, fled the house with River. But Vicki didn't buy it. Did you see any of that?
Zero.
The case was closed, and Vicki embarked on her own investigation, determined to show her daughter did not throw herself in front of a train.
There's no way Katie would have ever killed River or herself.
Vicki and her friend, private investigator Jessica Sanders, laid out their evidence.
I have no doubt in my mind that he killed his wife.
And who's he?
Aaron, her husband, Aaron Major. I believe he killed Katie and the baby.
Aaron had told detectives he had nothing to do with Katie's death. But by 2018, the case was officially reopened. Berkeley County detectives, Lieutenant Dean Kokinda and Daryl Lewis.
Do you believe that Katie Major committed suicide?
No.
No. Aaron Major, is he cooperating with you guys?
No. Right now, he's the only one we're looking at.
48 Hours would like to speak with Aaron Major as well.
Hey. Aaron Major? Hey, how you doing? Peter Van Sant, CBS News.
For more on this, we're joined now by 48 Hours correspondent Peter Van Sant. Good to see you. So you found the husband.
Yes, one of my wake-up calls I like doing.
Right? Was he forthcoming?
No. He didn't answer any question whatsoever, including a rather basic question of, did you murder your family? He said, I really can't talk about this. Today, Aaron Major is the one and only suspect in the deaths of his family, his wife, Katie, his 10-month-old daughter, River Lynn.
What is the status of the investigation now?
Status is there's a cold case unit that is taking a second look at this case, largely because a group of 48 Hours producers a few years ago were down in South Carolina working another story. The mother approaches Vicki Hall and says, my daughter was murdered and my granddaughter, and the locals here will not answer my questions. They never interviewed me. Take a look at the material I've gathered. And she'd been working with a private eye who had volunteered time. We took a look at it and said, we got a story here. So 48 Hours presents our investigation to the new sheriff in town. A new guy had gotten elected. And he said, this is a story, this is a case, assigned it to a cold case unit.
That's remarkable, because I know you guys get emails and phone calls.
All the time.
People are always getting to you. Yay, you guys. That's pretty good.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
And we do take those tips very seriously. Yeah. Sometimes things fall between the cracks. And in this case, man, these guys, the original investigators, had the wrong train. They claimed that this mother had thrown a baby into a pond to drown it, and it stepped in front of a train. They said the train came by on this track. They had the wrong train.
Oh, man.
The train that they claim went through may not have even gone through that night. And it's a bizarre set of circumstances why a 4-month pregnant woman carrying a 30-pound toddler would have parked her car next to some railroad tracks and ran 0.6 of a mile on a stormy, cold night in South Carolina, the coldest night of the year. And where was she heading, or who was she running from, is what we think. And did someone catch up to her, and it end up in tragedy.
Wow.
Fascinating.
Peter, yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Thank you for stopping by, Peter, as always. You can watch Peter's full report, Fatal Crossing, on 48 Hours tomorrow at 10, 9 Central, only on CBS.